Alright guys, welcome back. So I need to start with this. Yesterday I told you exactly the level to watch. I said the only level that matters is 90k. We held it and we're going higher. So what happened? We held it and now we're breaking out of a 2-month range. So the range high has been broken. We're not out of the woods yet. So things are looking very promising. I do think we're going to 100k as the first stop. But you know, if you didn't catch the move yesterday when we were talking about it on the video, there may be opportunities coming up. So we're going to cover that in a sec. As we go through the video, I'm going to keep this one short today. Also just going to cover sort of USDT dominance, what we're looking at from that, and just a basic plan from here on out. Before I do that, please like and subscribe to the channel and let's jump straight into it. Right, so this is the current position I'm in. I posted this in the Miles High Club yesterday. I posted this around just before I started recording the other video too, so plenty of time to get in if you're watching the public video on here. You know, simple things. We held that daily trend. We held that daily, that H4 pivot level. You know, it was very, very clear. So all I was looking for is we hold those things, we go up. We're also holding that 200 and 100 EMA cluster. Above all three trends there, above the 90k support, resistance, bull bear pivot level. We were just looking for upside. So far we're up about 1.5 R, give or take. But I did say to you, the first pit stop was going to be the 100 EMA. So that is this guy right here. Now what's happened? We've come up, we've rejected straight at it. We're finding resistance there. So what we need to do here, let's get rid of this guy for a sec. What we need to do here, we've got our target up here at 100k. We've got the 200 EMA just above us, you know. There is potential we reject here. We come up, if my paint thing works, there we go. Reject here, maybe we consolidate and we push up into the 200 EMA, find some resistance again, with the third pit stop being around that 101 to 102k level, which is just the bottom of this supply over here. It's also the 365-day rolling VWAP, as well as previous year's VWAP over here. So you can see that's roughly 99, let's just say 100k, give or take, is those two things. So looking for that period up there, that pocket of confluence for a rejection. So what are we seeing right now? If you miss the breakout of the range high, now people are going to ask what the range high is. Quite simply, just draw another box. I'm not having too much luck with these boxes today, guys, I'll tell you that much. Draw another box here, just give it one of those. Here we go, very good. That's what I class as a range high. Look at all the touch points there. So potentially we're going to come down. We might look for some sort of bottom to form in this. If we go around a lower time frame, this is roughly 94k. We know that is also the 2025 yearly open. I've been discussing that many times on streams. So what we want to see here from a breakout perspective is to come down and hold these points. Let's just get rid of these guys for a sec. We want to see us come down and hold the range high. What we don't really want to do is start trading back under it, because then this would just be a deviation. That was a fake out and we're looking for this to trend down again. And I think, you know, with the amount of exuberance that pushed up with, we really want to see this move continue. So I'm being a bull, like I said, previous video, I'm a bull as long as we're above this 90k level, as long as we're above daily trend. We're above those 2 points. I don't care about anything else, but will I take some profit if we start to close back inside the range high? Yes, because it would be silly not to, given the context. So right now we're looking for around 94k to hold on any retrace. If we go to the 1 hour, we see the 1 hour money noodle coming up into that. Effectively, you know, we had that retest down here after breaking above the noodle and we just shot up from that. 1 hour noodle looks good, so want to see something like this. We want to see the convergence of the range high plus the 1 hour noodle hold as support. So that's where you can time your entry. Even if you don't have the money noodle, if you're not in the Miles High Club, if you want that, you can join in the link below in the description. But if you don't have it, you're just simply looking for around 94k to hold as support. And yes, that'll be a shallow pullback, and people will probably be waiting for deeper pullbacks. Deeper pullbacks on breakouts are a meme. So, you know, when you get your typical supply and demand traders, they'll see this order block down here, the ICT crowd. Nothing against them, by the way, teaches some amazing stuff. You know, they'll be waiting for this full retrace down here. When you get a high momentum breakout, you want to see a shallow retrace. Shallow retrace will keep everyone sidelined who wanted to get in lower. And that's what you want from a momentum breakout. You want to keep people sidelined, because what happens then? They get sidelined, they see a bounce here, a shallow pullback, they start chasing higher. What does chasing do? That pushes the price up. So it's kind of the net positive of all those things aligning. Anyway, so yeah, 94k. Also, what do we have at 94k? We have this demand level down here. So we have the confluence of many things there. We can also pull up this quickly. We can see if there's any key levels around that area. if it chooses to come up. There we go. So we have the previous week's high, previous month's high, which we're currently retesting. We dip a bit further, we're into that demand level, we're into that 94K level, we're into the 2025 yearly open level, as well as the H1 money noodle. So, many good things around that area. All right, let's move on. So we know we're looking for with that. What did I discuss as well? I don't want to be a I told you so today. That's not my vibe, but pretty much everything we have been discussing on the stream is playing out very nicely. So we are liking what we are seeing. What did we get? This squiggle is from last week when I was recording the other videos. We got the rejection at the daily trend after losing it. You can see the importance of this. Since October the 9th, we've been above the daily trend, 86 days. What happened? We lost it. First bearish retest. Good sign for continuation in risk assets. To keep in mind, this is USDT dominance. So when this is going down, that means money is going into risk assets. If you're a bull, you want to see the USDT dominance chart go down. So this is what's happening right now. We've also lost this key support level here. This is a good thing. Now, we want to see this continue. So once again, if that is a deviation on BTC, and it starts trading back inside the range, what are we going to see? We're going to see this recover this level and push up. And what we don't want to see is it to recover the trend. And there's a lot of crap going on here. Let's just clean it up for those who don't understand what's going on. What we don't want to see is to reclaim this level and to get back above trend and to start going up above trend, because that would equate to BTC going back inside the range and going down towards those 80K lows again. For now, what we want to see is what we saw on the way up. See all these positive retests on the way up? Now we want to see the same thing on the way down. Every time we come into that trend on the daily, we want to see it bonk its head on it and get rejected. And this would be cause for a pump in the market. This is how we're going to get to 100K by this chart continuing to go down. So that's pretty much it for there. We can look at ETH and BTC and Sol as well. I'm not going to cover altcoins today because a lot of things are looking good, but a quick look at ETH. It's the same thing, breakout of a range high here. We want to see that hold. Like I said, I'm going to keep this very, very brief because I could go on for hours about all the altcoins that look good right now. Now, Sol, I've been liking this for a bit. I've been sharing this chart on Twitter. I like we got above the range highs, but what do we do? It wasn't a true breakout, even though we did close above resistance. Those who have been following me for a while know that, this may look good on paper, breaking above the gray box here, support. But at the same time, what do? We swept a key high into an FVG over here. This is not a true breakout for me. If this candle closed above this high over here on the daily close, then I would say yes, and I would be going in for a momentum trade, like a breakout long. But the fact that we swept it now makes me think we're going to reject down a bit first, and I'll be looking for lower entries based on that. If we do start to reclaim at lower time frames, we can adapt. That's what we do as traders. But if we don't get there, then we're going to pretty much just look for a pullback, because that was a bearish SFP. Now, lastly, this chart, once again, if you're in MHC, you'll have access to it. This is an indicator. Did I trade today? I did not. Now, the reason why, yesterday was good. I took that BTC long. I took a bunch of longs and privacy coins. What do we see off that pump? So this is the 1 minute time frame showing yesterday's price action between these two blue lines here. We saw this big push up, and what do we see leading? Memes again. So off New Year's Day, I'm not going to scroll back now, but off New Year's Day, we also saw memes leading the pump. That shows any time there's a bit of risk appetite in the market, people are going straight into meme coins. What does that tell you? We're getting a pullback now in the market, as we can see. This chart is going down / sideways in all the index charts. But that tells us that if we get a pump again, these memes are probably going to lead again. So if you're looking for stuff to get into right now, I'd probably be looking at memes. And we can also just click on this quickly and find which memes have been looking good today. Let's go to index number 7, which is the meme coins. Now we can see from that, PEPE was looking good on the day. I actually saw before the daily close happened that MOG, PEPE, and WIF looking really good. So, just pay attention to pretty much the majors, the household names. Go chart what look good for memes and look if you can get any pullbacks into lower time frame trends. You can also see GameFi leading today. Now this was interesting to me this morning. I didn't do much trading today based on this chart. I can come in each day and just look at this chart and say I don't need to trade. But I saw GameFi moving, and generally that's a bad omen because GameFi is just mostly dead. But what I saw from that was AXS, Axie Infinity, was pumping, and that's been leading all day. So I'm not sure if there's something going on with that, some news happening, some insider pump. I need to chase it up. But I was using that opportunity in a down day market to write an article on Twitter and also record some educational content for the group based on my new 2026 simplified trading system. Axie's a pretty good one as well. We added that to the watch list in MHC this morning. Still waiting for a pullback on it. You can see, broke out. How reliable has the daily money noodle been? Every retest rejected, got above it, flipped it, perfect retest, and it just shot. So, right now, looking for some sort of pullback into a lower time frame money noodle around this key SR level. maybe the 4 hour, maybe the 1 hour. I think the 1 hour is looking pretty good. If we get that pullback anytime today into that level, my paint tool wants to work. As this catches up, that's probably a bid, and we can look for that continuation play. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I may be back tomorrow or Friday to give some more updates. Other than that, link in the description if you want to join the Mars High Club, get access to all these indicators. And we have some very good calls going on between all the analysts at the moment. And I will leave you there. Cheers.